Wow, breaking news, everyone, from the Hollywood Reporter. They're reporting that Superman Legacy has found its new co-leads with David Cornsweet and Richard Brosnan. Okay, so this duo will star as Clark Kent and Lois Lane in James Gunn's film, and this is a recent article by the Hollywood Reporter earlier today. I'm just gonna do a brief rundown on what this article is all about, since it gives us a synopsis of what went down with this whole spiel. Okay, so James Gunn has found his Superman and Lois Lane. After a lengthy search, David Cornsweet and Richard Brosnan will star in Superman Legacy, the film that will launch DC's new universe under writer-director Gunn and his DC Studios co-boss Peter Safran. Cornsweet and Brosnan were among 6 actors who vied for the lead roles, with Gunn filming screen tests over the June 17th weekend with Nicholas Hoult and Tom Brittney also in contention to play Superman/Clark Kent, and Emma McKay and Phoebe Denvier in the running for Daily Planet reporter Lois Lane. Few roles are as coveted or come with as much pressure as Superman. That is doubly true in the current landscape, as Cornsweet will anchor a new universe as DC attempts to reinvent itself after the streaks of misses with October's Black Adam, March Shazam Fury of the Gods, and the recent The Flash flop in theaters. Basically, this is confirming from us, from a reliable source, that they have in fact picked their 2 co-leads for Superman Legacy. I'm, for one, very excited to see this movie when it comes out. It sounds like James Gunn himself, he'll be writing and directing this. He has something special planned for this movie, and I for one, cannot wait to see. As for the 2 choices for the co-leads, I like Richard Brosnan so far. She's a very interesting choice. I really thought Emma Mackey from the Netflix show, I forgot exactly what the Netflix show is, but I thought Emma Mackey was a front runner, but it went to her, and I'm not mad because she looks like an inspired casting, like an unusual choice, but she works quite well. I can picture Lois Lane when I look at her. Of course, she's been around in the industry for a while. She's worked on Marvelous Miss Maisel. I think that's the most popular thing that she's done so far. And then we have, on the other side here, we have David Cornsweet. I know him from Pearl. He was decent in Pearl, so I can see him. I can see why they've chosen him, but I feel he's a bit uninspired in my opinion. Very safe, very boring. I know Clark Kent himself as a character tends to be very boring, very safe. He's all power. He's kind of a god. I hope they try to make Superman to be interesting, because with this casting specifically, I feel he's a little bland. I feel it's just such a safe choice. Like, Emma Mackey would have been a safe choice for Lois, but they went with Rachel, but they went with Dave Cornsweet, but we'll see. From the performance, from the readings and everything. So, as they start filming early next year, pictures will come in and we'll get to see maybe some costumes, see how it fits. The chemistry must be amazing if they were chosen together. So, yeah. Overall, I quite like this. And another thing though, this news is so odd coming out so soon. I suspect they released the information about this casting due to the recent Flash flop in theaters. They wanted to move the attention from the flop to the future of DC. So it's kind of sad. This would have been a prime news for Comic-Con coming up next year. Next month in July, when Barbie and Oppenheimer, around the time Barbie and Oppenheimer release. But they've released it now. So I'm not sure if that means that DC won't be going to Comic-Con. Otherwise, the only reason I can think of why they would possibly give this information right away is so that they could take the public's mind off that stench of a flop that The Flash was. They heralded that movie as one of the best comic book movies, but it is not. In fact, the public have rejected it. So announcing new direction for DC seems like the right way to go. And I am, for one, very happy with this. I'm decently happy with the choice. It could have been worse, but we'll see. We'll see. Overall, those are my thoughts on the new castings for Superman Legacy. Thank you guys for watching and being here with me. Till then, peace out.